So we have cut our backer rods on a bit of an angle to go inside the ear. Just a little bit's good. And now we are wrapping it in gauze. Just fold that over and wrap. And this is just to absorb any moisture that's in the bell. I put Gold Bond medicated foot powder on there. There's calamine powder. Different ones you can use so that the irritated spots heal and so it prevents any future irritation. After you got your gauze around the base that goes in the ear, I just like to put a little piece of this thin tape on just to secure it, just like that. And you just wrap the tape around and it just keeps it from slipping out into the ear when you pull it out. So what you want to do is you take a piece of duct tape and you want to rip it down the middle. It's easier to go around the post that way. It makes when you make it into a spiral around the post, it's just so much easier. So we just do that. And then we take our post, and when you put it on the post, you want to kind of put it on a diagonal, like so that when you wrap it, it goes up. It's just much easier. Do it nice and tight. Around and around. Like that. I'm going to double wrap this one. And then I'm going to put purple duct tape on the top. So these are the finished posts. You want to cut a little bit off so that it goes nicely to the post. And then you want to, I did this one backwards, but these angles should be on this side so that it has a nice slant here, so the ear just goes right nice with the post, and then another slant here so it goes nice. Okay, so now that we have our backer rods with bumpers, gauze at the bottom to absorb any moisture in the ear, and we also put some of this medicated foot powder on just to prevent any irritation in the bell of the ear. I like to put a little purple on top for our girl. Makes it look pretty, stylish. And then we're going to back wrap now with our sport tape. What I like about this tape, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, there it is, yeah, is that you can actually see through it. So it's very breathable. And we're going to take that, and we're going to start at the base. Just hold on to it, and start sticky side out, because that's what's going to stick it to the inside of our dog's ear. And you just go all the way. To the top. I like to go up to where the purple is so you don't see any of that ugly gray duct tape. And the duct tape is on there so that the backer rod, since it's foam, can't bend. And this is being stubborn. And you just tear it off like that. And then we will repeat that on the other side. So now that both of them have been back wrapped, I take the cotton at the end, the gauze, and I put some of that medicated foot powder. Just dab it in there, like so. Just the tip there, and it gets it. I mean, you can go on the sides a little bit if you want. We'll do both. You want to have everything prepared for when you do the posting so that it's quick, because if your dog's anything like mine, they only have a certain amount of patience and then they want to run around and play. My little girl is 3.5 months old. Her name is Kuiper, and we're going to be posting her right away. So every dog has that natural fold that goes back. You want to always tape into that fold and never pull the fold forward and tape it down. So what I do is I put a little bit of that medicated foot powder on a Q-tip, and I'll rub it in that fold, and I'll show you that in a second when we get Kuiper here on the table. Alright, this is our girl Kuiper, and as you can see, one of her ears flops on the top of her head. And then it'd be this one. So what a pocket looks like is this fold that goes right here. That's what you want to get rid of. You want to pull it out and stick a bumper right in there pushing against it. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Very cool.
Alright, so every dog has a natural fold in their ear, and sometimes that can get sweaty. So we stick a little bit of that foot powder in there, just like that. And we'll do the other side. Just like that. See? And it's nice and white in there, and that just takes care of any irritation that might occur on a hot, sweaty day. And now we're going to measure her for a bridge. So I got my backer rod, and he's going to try and hold those ears a 11 and 1. So when it comes up like that, it's going to be like that. So it'll be about there. And I'm just going to cut that and make my bridge. So I like to cut them at an angle just to go with the ears. So I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of, there we go, that's better. And then it just lays nicely on the ears like that. I like to do a double backer rod bridge. It's a little bit stronger, and it gives more of a flat surface for that tape that you're wrapping around the ear to go up against. So now we have our backer rod with our foot powder on the tip, and we're just going to grab our ear and we're going to lift it up, and we're going to stick that down there. My arm's blocking it. Sorry, not much I can do about that.
There you go.
Stick it down, and it's going to go all the way to the bottom of that bell. Just going to make sure it's down there. Now we're going to twist it so that the backer rod is to the center of the ear, and we're just going to lift that up, make sure it's right down in there. It is. We're going to pull that up like that and just push that ear nice and tight up there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and do the tip first so that it can't slide down the ear. There we go. And I have all my tape pre-cut so that it's nice and quick. Now we're going to put a piece down here at the bottom of our backer rod. And make sure that fold is nice and folded. We're going to do it loose. You don't want to do it too tight. You don't want to cut off any circulation. Just like that. So now she's got top and bottom. And then I'm going to take a larger piece and just stick it nicely around the middle like that. And then we want to squeeze, make sure that tape's nicely on there, and then we're going to do the other side. Also make sure when you're doing the tip of the ear that it's tapes all the way above. You don't want any of the tip of the ear to show, because it could curl, and then that's kind of hard to fix. Voila! Now she has both of her ears posted, and we are going to do the bridge. Okay, now there's several different ways you can attach a bridge to the ears. I like to make sure that I pull up and that the bridge is attached this way, and then you take your piece of tape and you go down to the bottom of the ear, because you're going to lift the ear up. Make sure that that post is centered to the ear. You want it nice and centered like that. And then I back wrap the post as well so that this sticks to it better. And then again on this side, lift the ear, put it to the center of the ear. I should have made a longer piece of tape, but that's okay. And place it like that. And then we're going to do the same around the back, and I'll start on this side because it's got the shorter piece of tape. Okay, I got my larger piece of tape. I'm just going to go along. That's why I do a double backer rod bridge, because it's about the width of this tape. Lift that up and just go along there. And then what I like to do is take a piece of tape like this, and if you fold the end, it's a little easier to take off when you're dismantling. I go under, just lift that bridge up about the center of the tape, pretty close to the ear, but not too close, like so. Fold this piece over, and that piece with your little lip so that you can easily grab it. That makes it a little harder for them to take that bridge off, because we all know they're going to try. Do the same on the other side. Get a nice little fold. We're gonna lift the bridge up. Go about center, wrap that, and around. Give it a little squeeze. And there you have it. That's nicely posted. Good job, Kuiper.